forget about the shambles that is Burnley Football Club at this moment in time. And let's see how two proper football teams play proper football in the right way. For you to watch the spectacle of Arsenal against Newcastle, the players are in the tunnel, and I will read out the teams in just a second. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the way I speak about the beautiful game. The players are now entering the pitch, and I'll read out the teams as follows. I think Mikel Arteta, excuse me, sorry folks, I clicked on the wrong game. Mikel Arteta was given the same players who lost in, oh no, there's one change for Arsenal. From the team that lost at Porto, Jorginho comes into the midfield for Havertz, and Havertz goes up front instead of Trossard, so it's rear and goal. Ben White, the solid partner, one of the best defensive partnership in the league actually. Saliba and Gabriel, Carriel, Jorginho, Rice in the anchor role, Odegaard, Martinelli, Havertz occupying the false nine, and Saka. For Newcastle, it's Karius, Livramento, Botman, Schur, Trippier, Longstaff, Ramirez, 17-year-old Miley, Isaac in the focal point as a number 9, which is a big boost for Newcastle. Miguel Almiron and Anthony Gordon, who's my favourite Newcastle player. And it'd be interesting to see whether Newcastle come to play football, so to speak, or are they going to choose to soak up the pressure and spring with occasional clinical counter-attacks. But we look as though we're ready to go in a minute. Newcastle are just in a huddle. Arsenal will be desperate to atone for their error in the Champions League the other night because they were bad and they never really did get going. So any sign of them not being fluent and flowing tonight might represent a blip for them, but we'll see. Newcastle have been doing quite well recently, in my view, considering how many injuries they've had to deal with. Paul Tierney's the official, not one of the better ones, but then again, do we even have any good ones at the moment? Something weird about sitting down to do a watch along at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. My day can only get better because Burnley were a disgrace, and I went all the way up to Bury in Furness for a game that was called off for a waterlogged pitch at half 2. Anyway, enough about my words. Declan Rose kicked the game off. David Raya goes long. Kai Havertz collects the ball and dribbles to the edge of the area and plays it out to Gabriel Martinelli, who plays it off Kieran Trippier, and instantly we have a corner for Arsenal. Declan Rice, who's been quite the creator for Arsenal in recent weeks, assisting about 3 times from these corners, has an opportunity to add to that tackle immediately. Declan Rice over the ball. Just a training ground signal with his hand up. And it goes. There's a bit of a scramble. It comes back to him. Declan Rice attempts to cross the ball, fails to do so. Kieran Trippier gets a foot in, and again he'll have another opportunity because it's another corner to Arsenal. What will he get the ball further into the area with any more accuracy? This time, another hand signal. Flat. Pinball for a moment. Out to Saka. And Saka shoots high wide and not very handsomely from the right hand side. For Arsenal, there was pinball. Gabriel wins the initial header. It came to Saliba, who couldn't quite sort his feet out for a split second. It looked like he could spin, turn and shoot, but he couldn't. Isaac got the ball away. Jorginho received the ball on the edge of the area. It wasn't right for him to shoot, and it went to Saka. It's a bit of a mess. But Arsenal come forward again. Ben White, Saka, Lewis Miley disarms Saka of the ball from a clean challenge. Anthony Gordon has the ball for Newcastle deep inside his own half, and he's able to play it to Lewis Miley. And Newcastle have a throw. It's been a very fast start for Arsenal, though. Tino Livramento will take the front for Newcastle. Back to Karius. Havertz disarms Fabian Schär the ball, but the referee says free kick to Newcastle. Maybe a bit harshly. I think he kicks his own leg and there's no foul there, but Newcastle get a bit of what. It's a bit tricky for me because Ben Botman and Fabian Schär look a bit similar. Curry scores one for Newcastle. Saka controls the ball and appeals for a handball, and the referee says yes, so it's a free kick to Arsenal just beyond the centre circle. One ball by Jorginho, intercepted by Schär, and it's back with Gabriel for Arsenal. Plays it out to Carriel. Martinelli. Carriel tries to advance, goes back to a more central position to Martinelli, who spreads it out to Saka, but it's intercepted by Tino Livramento, who can sprint forward. Back to Anthony Gordon, who comes back into midfield to Bruno Guimaraes. Sven Botman. Fabian Schär. Short into the midfield to one stop, who turns and gives it to Almiron, and nice passing from Newcastle. Kieran Trippier back to Guimaraes. Guimaraes disarmed by Gabriel. Kai Havertz is a bit slow from Arsenal now to Declan Rice. Martin Odegaard. Nice shape to Arsenal's passing. Ben White tries to feed Saka but can't do so, it's intercepted. Martin Odegaard appeals with a throw but he doesn't get it. So it's a throw to Newcastle relatively deep in their own territory. Odegaard and Bruno Guimaraes have a bit of a debate over the matter, but it's good natured. Tino Livramento throws the ball into Bruno Guimaraes. Saka turns his back on the ball via his shoulder, and it springs off him, and it's for a goal kick to Newcastle. We just need to get a bit of territory in the game because they've been pretty much deep for the entire 6 minutes almost to the game. Karius goes long. Saliba wins the header. Gabriel Martinelli turns, spins, and almost gets on his back, but it ends up in field. Havertz back to Martinelli, who will attempt to stand up the defenders and cross. It's crossed in, but headed away by Botman. Then White. Martin Odegaard misplaces his pass and it's intercepted, and Almiron can now come forward and he'll take the foul, and it's a booking, an early booking for Martin Odegaard, who just slightly got the wrong side of Almiron then. A good a very cute backflip by Kieran Trippier to send Almiron on his way, and it's missed time challenge. So not ideal to have a midfielder booked after this short amount of time anyway. Tino Livramento, Bruno Guimaraes tries to return a favour with a crisp pass, but he didn't really do Livramento any favours, and he miscontrols it, and it's out of play for a throw to be taken by Benjamin White. Goes back to William Saliba, who goes infield to Declan Rice. He goes back to Declan Rice, William Saliba. Carry up the line, Gabriel Martinelli running at what is adjudged to miscontrol the ball and not catch it in, so Newcastle on the throw in. Benjamin White. Terrible pass by Jorginho. But Saka has a sniffer goal, but inaccurately, and it's an easy save for. He's fed the ball nicely by Havertz, Odegaard, and Jorginho set Saka free, but Newcastle defender gets a challenge and sort of puts Saka off and takes the sting out of the effort. Oh, that's a dodgy kick from Karius. Straight down the front of Saliba and mops up no problem, and David Ray is able to go on with a first-time clearance, but that's a bit aimless. Saka and no chance at 5'7" or whatever he is, and it's how to play for Tino Livramento. It will take as much time as he dares just to try and take a bit of sting out of Arsenal. Livramento back to Botman to Schur, who goes infield attempting to find Isak, but it doesn't come to anything. Poor header from Gabriel, and Lewis Miley lays the ball back. Kieran Trippier with a horrible pass. Martin Odegaard overhits his ball and prevented it from being a one-on-one chance for Martinelli, and Newcastle a number of times being the architects of their own downfall by being a bit sloppy when they've got the ball. Arsenal really pressing them high up and they look uncomfortable. Newcastle not very prominent in the field at all at the moment. Declan Rice. Good link-up play then, and Declan Rice shooting from just the right-hand side of the area, stinging the palms of Karius, and Karius a little bit unconvincingly palms it away. Saka was almost free again, then bearing down and cutting into the area, but the referee says offside, so it's a lucky escape. But Arsenal have come out looking very vibrant and full of intent, and Newcastle need to severely get themselves 10 yards up the pitch in order to give themselves a bit of breathing space. Karius goes long. Anthony Gordon's offside, I think, directly from. Oh no. Maybe Anthony Gordon miscontrolled it. Either way, it's a throw into Arsenal. Oh no, was right. Free kick to Arsenal. Benjamin White pauses and plays a weird battle ball to Saliba, who goes backwards to David Raya. And David Raya nearly makes a big deal of it with his feet. And Arsenal have been stupid and invited the pressure, almost losing the ball twice to Newcastle. And Paul Tierney says free kick to Arsenal, and Arsenal are very lucky to get that decision because all that chaos where Newcastle nearly pounced on them was entirely their own making, starting with an hospital pass back from Ben White. Anyway, Declan Rice has released Martinelli. Martinelli goes infield to Jorginho and plays a ball in that is hacked away by Spen Botman. Fabian Schär panicking clears. Arsenal have it back with Ben White. Gabriel plays a nice pass infield to Martin Odegaard, and Saka is released. Saka goes back to Martin Odegaard, charged down by a Newcastle man. I didn't quite see which one. Jorginho retains possession for Arsenal, and now Carriel plays it to Martinelli. Martinelli to Declan Rice, who hopefully Ben White now has to come back because he doesn't have the skills to cross it. Martin Odegaard, and it's a famous header from Gabriel Martinelli, but there's good movement. Kieran Trippier sat down and looks like he's hurt his knee. He's a tough cookie, so it's not like Kieran Trippier to go down unless he's in pain. But he's one of those players who seems to really hurt himself a lot, and then he'll be up and down fast as lightning in a couple of minutes. You never really tell if he's properly injured or not. Perhaps it's just a tactical thing to calm Arsenal down and waste a bit of time in a legal way from Trippier. Carrier goes on with a goal kick. One straight away by Gabriel. Martinelli chests it down, plays it back to Gabriel. Saliba carries the ball out almost to the halfway line. Jorginho takes the ball, looks for an option, and goes back to Saliba. Back to Jorginho. Arsenal just picking a moment to spring into life. Saka goes back to Ben White. See, Saka could do more to grab these games by the scruff of the neck. He's very safe for a winger sometimes, for as talented as he is. I'd love to see him do more to actually beat his man, but he just always tends to favour keeping the ball, which obviously to a degree there's nothing wrong with. But against low blocks, sometimes a bit more creativity is required. Oh, nice back flip from William Saliba to Ben White. Jorginho probably looked to go toward the guy, I don't know, to Ben White. Saka now directly against Tino Livramento. I wanted him to go past his man and take it round, but instead he plays the ball into centre of midfield, and that's what I mean. Very congested. It is a very low block, similar to the one that Arsenal had terrible problems with in Portugal in midweek. Jorginho, nice movement from Martinelli, but the ball don't go that way. Martinelli has it now on the edge of the box. He uses Carriel, who doesn't have the confidence to cross the ball. So it's in midfield again. Newcastle, by the look of it, with 10 men behind the ball. Jorginho forces it through to Martinelli. Martinelli has the ball. Jinx. almost goes for a corner, but Declan Rice retrieves it. Very congested. Arsenal need to get the ball out wide as much as they can, and they want to do so, but they can't. So instead, they retain possession, and Jorginho very much the piano pusher in midfield. Now will Saka run up Livramento? No, he don't want it, but he goes in field and keeps it and plays a safe and boring pass out to Carrier, gets the ball and differs and takes 3 seconds, and any momentum's lost. Ben White has to go back to Saliba, has no choice. Saliba finds Odegaard in the pocket and Havertz. Jorginho, Ben White tries to get around the corner. Tino Livramento looked like he lost his bearings for a split second, so has no option but to go for the save the first matter of conceding a corner. And this corner is to be taken from the right side by Saka. Not that I'm getting on to Saka, but I've noticed a few times that Saka's corners do half the time have an habit of hitting the first man. But what can he do on this occasion? Shut me up because I do love him. Oh! Oh! And it would appear that it's a goal, and Bukayo Saka shut me up. There was all sorts of a goal line scramble, but it's an assist from Saka. Gabriel's the one who's wheeled away celebrating, and I think it's one of those where the referee's watch has gone off, signifying that the ball was over the line. There were that many bodies in the way that I couldn't just see. No, what's happened is it's an header from Saliba, a great save in the first instance by Carroll, but Newcastle made a pig's ear when it comes to clearing a ball, and it seems that Fabian Schär has sort of tried to do a bicycle style clearance to clear the ball because Carrier was over the line and the ball was heading that way. He's made a bit of a pig's ear at a bicycle kick. Tino Livramento has tried to clear the clearance at volleyball style, and then Carrier has caught the ball when it's over the line. So I don't know. It's unfortunate because it's very hard for a defender to do an acrobatic skill like that. But just too many cuts spoiling the broth. Newcastle players getting in each other's way, and it's 1-0 to Arsenal, and we have Arsenal on the attack again, trying to double the lead. Declan Rice infield to Jorginho, who gets unnecessarily pushed off the ball. Cynical and maybe should be here with card, but Declan Rice going into the area. Gabriel Martinelli, Newcastle holding on by the seat of the pants, really creaking at the back, and Arsenal looking capable of cutting them open at almost free will. Newcastle need to find some stability before the game gets away from them. Jorginho, nice and slow, but Newcastle not really making a lot of effort to engage. Jorginho plays it out to Carriel, who attempts like a weird cross-up Blooms. Kieran Trippier nowhere to go. Kiro the times him, but the movement of the ball and footwork is not in sync from Martinelli. Newcastle simply can't get out of the way, still attacking in waves. And Bruno Guimaraes gets a free kick for Newcastle in their own penalty area, but he's very lucky He was going nowhere, and just about manages to buy a free kick from Kai Havertz when he was in a lot of trouble. Newcastle playing a lot of dicey passes into midfield, and it's as though Arsenal could swoop and have them in major problems at any moment. Sven Botman says, "Come on, get your heads together and get ourselves further up the pitch." Look at that, Arsenal have scored 18 goals from set pieces. Substantially more than anyone else, 3 more. And they're swarming over Newcastle, looking confident. Saka, Ben White with a cross. Unconvincing clearance, but eventually it's away after Botman and Shearer have had a bite at the cherry each. Saka in field. Jorginho misplaces a pass out to Trippier, but it's charged down and somehow breaks to Isak. But there's no Newcastle are acting completely in isolation. There's no cohesion or method in what they're doing. They're simply surviving, but barely even doing that. Ray to Rice, to Saliba, to Havertz, White and Odegaard now as it goes back in field. Rice back to Gabriel. Excuse me, not Rice, Jorginho. Jorginho to Gabriel. As Jorginho must have had miles more touches than anyone else on the pitch. Through to Odegaard, and Saka has a chance to go up with Memento, but doesn't do because he's kind of been doubled up with the help of Anthony Gordon. Ben White, Gabriel Martinelli fires from one range. It breaks to Saka on the edge of the area, but he's not set for a shot. Wonderful incisive play on the edge of the box from Arsenal, though, and you really can smell a second. Jorginho, Gabriel Martinelli, and it's 2-0 for Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli chased what was a lovely ball, but appeared to be something of a lovely ball from Jorginho. He kept in play by Martinelli. There will be a check to see whether he remained onside, but he cuts it back, and Kai Havertz makes no mistake with a simple finish, like picking up the bits and pieces in many ways with a striker's instinctive goal, and it's 2-0 to Arsenal. 23 minutes in and the game's beyond Newcastle. Yeah, that's fine, that's onside. The ball very nearly trickles out of play, but he does brilliantly, does Martinelli, to retrieve it. Heavy touch, and just before it rolls out, he cuts it back, and it's a really composed finish, first time by Havertz. No chance for Karius, and it's excellent anticipation to follow the ball in and know where it's going to be. Maybe Arsenal don't actually need a number 9 to be at the best. Terrible defending from Newcastle, though, to let Martinelli wander into all that space. Not even halfway through the first half, and you have to say that it would appear that the game is over and that it threatens to get messy for Newcastle. Here Arsenal come again, Martin Odegaard. Saka just chewing the game out now. Back to Jorginho. Everybody touching the ball. Kind of free will for Arsenal. I think it's highlighting that Newcastle have only had 9 touches compared to Arsenal's 52 in their half. Very comfortable. nowhere near enough pressure on the ball from a Newcastle perspective. Newcastle do throw in some really bad performances from some, now and again in the game, and tonight looks like one of them. I don't really think they have. Suicidal behaviour at the back. What on earth? What on earth was Fabian Schur doing? He takes for ages on the ball. Givers gets dispossessed by Mountain Odegaard, and if there was someone falling in at the far post for Arsenal then it's 3-0. But that was really sloppy and bad concentration. Arsenal have a corner and Declan Rice will whip the ball in and it's a bit and Karius comes. But that really should have been 3-0 and that night. Lewis Miley to try and stretch his legs. And we've seen him in the game, and that's good to just turn himself out of trouble, and Livramento helps him out. Nicer play from Newcastle. Ooh, no. Almost a pass to get Isaac in from, I believe it was Guimaraes, but doesn't quite have the desired effect. Newcastle attempt to build again from the back though. Tino Livramento hasn't stretched his legs once. Anthony Gordon plays it back in the infield, and it's the first time I've really seen him. Newcastle though can attempt to cross with Almiron. Saka scrambled away after Saliba wins the initial testing header. Declan Rice does the tough work in midfield and now stretches his legs on the right hand side before Kieran Trippier can prevent him from advancing any further, any more dangerously. But Arsenal have the throw in. Jorginho orchestrating everything in midfield tonight so far. Gabriel taking ages to decide what he wants to do, but no Newcastle shirt engages. Arsenal really in command at 2-0 though, no need to risk possession. They can just wait crisply around and the idea when David Ray goes long. Newcastle in trouble. But one ball over the top from David Ray has both Newcastle defenders out of position, and Karius has to come off his line in an ungainly way and scramble the ball to safety. Jorginho, Ben White, Saka, Jorginho was surely fouled. Bruno Guimaraes says no, but I reckon he basically need him in the bottom. That'll be so free kick to Arsenal. A challenge out of his ration from Guimaraes for definite. And Newcastle will be lucky if they can restrict the damage to 2 on the evidence of the way that the game's flowing. Jorginho out to Saka. Ben White was fouled off the ball, but the game carries on. Odegaard, Saka. Odegaard takes up Saka's normal position, but Saka has the ball on the edge of the area. It's played in, and Gabriel Martinelli has to grow a couple more inches. He can't get the direct. Well, no, he can get to the header, but it's over the bar because he can't quite keep it down, and it comes from behind him. But a fantastically audacious back flick from Martin Odegaard who released Saka, and Saka could have had yet another assist. Almost 3-0 to Arsenal, and Newcastle have been carved open at will. They have not turned up in any sense of the word. They're still on the coach. He's not where he would want to be. So Longstaff, Anthony Gordon bounced off the ball, gets a real push in the back. William Saliba has to be alert to prevent Lewis Miley from latching onto the pass. Lewis Miley's everywhere looking annoyed, giving it everything for the Newcastle cause, but it's a bit of a lone Ferro, and it's back in comfortable possession with Odegaard, who spreads the play to Carriel, and Martinelli can now strut his stuff. Goes back home to Carriel, Declan Rice. Arsenal are sort of doing what they want when they want. Declan Rice, safe pass to Carriel. Martinelli has it, but goes back infield. Arsenal have got a ridiculous amount of time and space. Really is not a contest. Unless Arsenal make a mistake, there is nothing happening for Newcastle. Declan Rice excellent from Gabriel Martinelli, who again cranes his leg to be able to get a ball in from what appeared to be lost cause just before it goes out of play, and that lovely through ball from Declan Rice. Excellent to see him developing his game now to be able to play those forward passes, but the referee says offside, and Arsenal are hunting Newcastle in packs on the edge of their own penalty area. Bruno Guimaraes wants free kick, but he's played the ball out of play, and it's a needless corner to Arsenal, and Arsenal hunted like a team. Newcastle nowhere to go, and Newcastle have been. Arsenal have got all the time in the world to do what they want, and Newcastle no time and space when they choose on the other foot. So it's a corner to Arsenal, short corner this time. Jorginho, Martin Odegaard headed away in a bit of a scruffy manner by Newcastle, recycled by Arsenal. Odegaard, Jorginho, Saliba. So many options on the ball for the Arsenal players as opposed to none when the pack of white shirts have it. This is a perfect reaction from Arsenal to losing in the Champions League. Gabriel Martinelli on the run. Sven Botman gets there, but only temporarily. Kai Havertz now, and it's central but ominous for Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli puts his laces through the ball, but it's a swing and it's nowhere near being on target, but you can almost smell the third coming. He had to hit it though, especially to turn him up. Carey scores one from the goal kick. The header. Well, Newcastle win the header, but they can't retain it. Saliba Cerebral and Karius make a bit of a mess, and for once Newcastle have a bit of territory in that, just over the halfway line into Arsenal's half. See, it just shows that if Newcastle had any sense, going direct is the way to go, it would seem. Heavy touch from Bruno Guimaraes almost places his team into trouble, but it just won't break from Martin Odegaard. Anthony Gordon, under all sorts of pressure, he's been hunted by two Arsenal players, but does well. I thought Anthony Gordon fouled Jorginho then, no. It worked. I'm not so sure it was what Anthony Gordon wanted to do. It looked like he was in all sorts of bother, but he got a bit of luck and survives another day. Unlike Newcastle, and just as I say that, they've invited their own problems and a price tag on Rice. Breaks for Havertz, but he can't sort his feet out in time to get the shot away. Martinelli look to play the ball in, but Arsenal have to go backwards, but he sends only for a minute. Very naive from Newcastle. Jorginho, Gabriel. Arsenal literally have got Newcastle by the throat. Martinelli at the corner of the box, jinking this way and that, playing a ball in, doesn't come to anything, but now it's now that's what you want to see from Saka, dribbling and jinking, perfect close control, away from, well, it breaks to him, he has to work his position, he comes back inside, he drives past two people and then fires a low high shot that Karius is equal to, but only just an excellent save, corner to Arsenal to be taken by Saka. Excellent ball, and Newcastle scrambling on the back post. Somehow they survive, but they can't get out, and Arsenal retain possession again. Familiar theme, I'm saying the same things all the time. How on earth did that not go in? It looked like it was sure to be a goal on the back post. Somehow they survive temporarily. Thrown to Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes. Tino Livramento. Anthony Gordon. Newcastle don't look like they know what they want to do with the ball when they get it. It's all just slow, sloppy, and decide as they get it. But foul by Bukayo Saka, and Newcastle get a bit of respite through the form of a free kick on the halfway line. But it's all see Arsenal disarm Newcastle again with a sliding challenge from Declan Rice, and it's somehow the ball ends up safely back with Karius, but only literally by the grace of God for Newcastle, because if that would have found its way to a red shirt instead, then Arsenal were bearing down on goal. I don't know why Newcastle have not figured out that the only chance that they have is to go long and to get Isaac using some of his physical strength to back in, to hold the ball up and allow his two teammates to progress up the pitch. Newcastle are being ridiculously outdone and outstrengthened in the midfield. Literally playing with fire all the time. See, again, they've gone short when they had opportunity to buy themselves some territory. Hey, they go short. They're out wide where they don't want to be with the ball, and it's cleared what I thought was going to be a throw into Arsenal, but Newcastle somehow get a throw in for themselves. Back to carriers for Newcastle, who will still play a semi-long pass, if that makes sense. Headed by Saliba, Saka. Saka skips around Anthony Gordon but goes backwards. David Raya's version of a long ball is much more tested, and Sven Botman has to intervene to prevent it from being a one-on-one for Gabriel Martinelli. Declan Rice is becoming more and more confident by the game, and more and more progressive in what he does. Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka passes the ball, headed down by Declan Rice. Referee says handball by Declan Rice, which is a shame because it was a nice cushioned header, and eventually it came back to him. Free kick. Free kick to Newcastle, who probably won't learn a lesson. It looks like he's actually shaping up to go on, but I'll bet you the ball meets an Arsenal head first. And it does, sort of. Lewis Miley that time wins the ball instead of Bukayo Saka. Oh, that's a wonderful pass, and suddenly Miguel Almiron has a one-on-one opportunity, but David Raya reacts, makes himself big, and stifles the ball, but to no matter, because the referee said offside anyway. But what a lovely way to pass that was from a 17-year-old lad. Anyway, Arsenal come forward, but again we have another offside. Saka that time just not being able to hold his run, and maybe it's a bit sloppy really from that position. You certainly saw from that Newcastle chance that it was not instinctive from Almiron when he's in front of goal. Looked like he got excited and tense. Poor control, really. Newcastle goal, David Raya prevents Isaac from getting onto what was a long ball. Good anticipation from Raya. And Newcastle coming to life a bit, and it's a good job because they've done absolutely nothing in the previous 42 minutes. Tino Livramento stretches his legs or thinks about it for a couple of minutes going infield, but he goes back. Kieran Trippier with a raking long ball finds its way very nearly. Very nearly finds its way to Lewis Miley. But David Ray comes up his line and averts the danger again with excellent anticipation. Bruno Guimaraes with a dangerous ball. Oh! Newcastle just squeezing Arsenal in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Step further up the pitch and are having joy Why they waited so long, I don't know. But anyway, Anthony Gordon can now face up Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka charges down Anthony Gordon's cross at the first attempt. Anthony Gordon retains the ball, but now it's all the way back with Karius, who have to recycle and start from square one. Lewis Miley is a lovely composed footballer. He seems to make the right choice and do the simple things so well all the time, which is a rare and star quality for a 17-year-old. Unbelievable. Playing every week as well. Think of the stadiums that he's played in. Real talent, but I just hope he doesn't get burned out too quickly. Here he is. Anthony Gordon back to Tino Livramento. Kieran Trippier's not been in one position to cross the ball once, which is a crying shame from a Newcastle perspective. Anyway, 1 minute to half time. Can Newcastle have another attack? Excellent ball, but just too much on it for Kieran Trippier. The right idea, but linesman says offside. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for anyone who's watching. Look at those fanatical Newcastle fans still singing their hearts out, even when they've been served up rubbish. What a long trip. What time would you get back to Newcastle if you made a trip to North London for an 8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday night? You probably won't get home until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. You've got to be nuts, and you've got to do it for love if you're going to do that. One clearance from David Raya. Nothing going on there. I think Arsenal wanted for a free kick or a penalty, but the referee says no. I didn't see what the issue was. Oh yeah, Kai Havertz does have his arm pulled and gets pulled down sort of on the edge of the box, but that's it, and it's half time. And you sort of know which way the game is going. Newcastle have livened up in the last 5 minutes, but to be fair, it could easily and should be 3 or 4-0 to Arsenal in many ways. About as one-sided and half of football as you are really going to see. Anyway, unfortunately, I don't talk to people during half times just to preserve my voice, because with cerebral palsy, talking all the time can make my voice go, and I am actually feeling a bit under the weather with a cold, so forgive me while I go and answer a call of nature during the halftime interval. But please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and keep leaving any preferably positive feedback, but otherwise constructive feedback. And if you can't say anything nice, then don't bloody say it at all, because I'm on YouTube now and I'm here to stay. There'll be nothing that anyone can say will be able to diminish my confidence in producing content these days. So I'll go to the loo and I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll continue talking again to give you my thoughts on the action when the second half commences.
No, it's me. You alright? Right, okay. Yeah, I'll do it now. nice. I'm going. You are? Oh,
I'm going to make a lot of people on YouTube to see my thing.
oh right. You know we're on. I've done your brew.
Okay, thank you. I'm very well, whoever you are, Flaming. Thank you for tuning in. Do you support Arsenal, Newcastle? Or are you just a neutral observer? In some ways, I do feel a bit like I shouldn't be, uh, shouldn't be commentating on an Arsenal game, seeing as it was a big Arsenal fan doing a much better watching one than this, who gave me the confidence for YouTube again last week. But I hope he doesn't mind. I would say that this has got Arsenal 4 Newcastle nil in the end written all over it. Or if it were a boxing match, it would have been stopped within 10 minutes. Newcastle have not laid a glove. Got a bit more excitable in the last couple of minutes. But no, it's not a contest. When Newcastle were really bad, they are desperately poor. I just think they've not got anywhere near the squad depth to get to anywhere near where they would wish to be, and a lot of the players are young and naive and like everything they need more experience and in a way more common sense rather than just talent. Do people think I actually do a good job of this, by the way? Because I'm always looking for ways to improve. I need to improve technologically, but I mean in terms of my technique of how I deliver these. Do I make it easy for people to follow the game if they're not watching? Please let me know how I could be more descriptive or keep up with the game in a better way. players are back out on the pitch. So I'll start talking when both sides are in the centre circle. And I will be there thinking, please don't damage your goal difference. Big opportunity for Newcastle actually after United lost and Brighton failed to win. But don't look like they're going to be capable of capitalising on it. Newcastle are going to kick the game off. Sean stopping Isaac. When Isaac's finished scratching his ass, and Newcastle go long, attempt to, but Saka intercepts it, and it's out of play for a throw into Newcastle from Livramento, who goes backwards. Carries longer goal kick, but can't be won by Anthony Gordon. Not tall enough, and it's out of play for an Arsenal throw in now. Jorginho, William Saliba, Gabriel. Declan Rice comes short, and it's Carriel who lovely play from Arsenal, and they're on the front foot. Carriel, Martinelli in field, but backwards and in a controlled way. David Raya picks his pass. Saka controls and runs away from Livramento in the middle of the pitch. Slalom scheme from Saka. Oh, 3-0. Oh, should have been 3-0, but it's lovely incisive football. Slalom scheme from Saka in the centre of the pitch. Runs and gets away from his men. Martinelli squeezes the pass through. Excellent play from Havertz, nice. But the final finish is dragged the sitter wide. He sits Carriel down, and that's where he's not a striker, because that is very wasteful and not clinical. And really, he had no pressure because he had nobody but the keeper to beat, and the keeper was on the floor already. And in another game, I don't think it'd be this game, Arsenal could live to regret that. And I'm going to be shut up now because Isaac is one-on-one. He sits David Raya down, but the angle never opens up for Isaac, and Arsenal scramble the ball away. And then they return to attack now, so it's a bit of a basketball match at the start of this half. Saka, Havertz, now Martinelli puts his foot on the ball and slows it down for a second. Kirill is inverted for a second and is in the midfield. Oh no. Excuse me, that is Jorginho. Gabriel. Arsenal just moving the ball around and taking this thing out of it. Oh no. Saying that was handball surely by Livramento, but the referee says no, and now Anthony Gordon can spin forward and look to get a ball in the box. Cutting in, shoots. Chain from Anthony Gordon, but does force Raya into diving and making what is a comfortable save. I thought he was going to continue to go upfield and get a ball in to the byline, but no. Soft from Anthony Gordon, but at least it's a real shot from Newcastle. Anthony Gordon has it again, but he's doubled up on by Saka and a combination of Saka and Ben White. Newcastle try and build down the other side. Kieran Trippier, nice idea to spread it by Sean on stuff, but to no avail. Anthony Gordon this time only has Ben White for company and he goes on the inside, ventures into the area, and I think Declan Rice is forced to make the tackle. So better from Newcastle in the last 5 minutes. Arsenal actually being forced to defend. One goal could really change it. Having said that, one goal might make Arsenal angry and wake them up. Carry on. Won by Gabriel for Arsenal. I think the referee says he was a bit too physical on Isak and has awarded a Arsenal free kick. Kieran Trippier over the free kick in the centre circle for Newcastle, orchestrating the players to be in the positions that he wants them to be. It's a bit messy. It looked like a Newcastle player was grabbed and went down. Referee says nothing doing, and it's back in the defensive half for Newcastle, punted forward, intercepted by Saliba. Saka controls it. He's able to give it to Odegaard who advances. Arsenal just calming down for a second, already quicking the tempo up now. Jorginho, Saka in a central position. Out to Carriel, Martinelli against Sean Staff, who can't do anything to prevent the cross from coming in. Miguel Almiron spins, turns, wriggles away, and invites the challenge on him. And Gabriel Martinelli obliges and wastes the situation. Newcastle can breathe again with a free kick in their own half. Skillful player Almiron, but a bit like Zeki Anduni for Burnley, doesn't tend to influence the game in the right positions. Free kick to Arsenal. Kai Havertz takes a bump on the head. Declan Rice with a long-range free kick brought down by the guy outside who faces up to Tino Livramento but comes centrally. Gabriel Martinelli has a chance to twist and jink. Doesn't quite take it out to Gabriel. Nice control passing from Arsenal. As soon as I say that, Jorginho surrenders it. Carriel loses out in the back of wit with himself and Kieran Trippier, throwing to Newcastle to be taken by Trippier, really deep inside his own territory. And also, I should imagine that Arsenal will get the first contact and be on the front foot again in a minute. Sean Staff, Oh no, what do I know? Newcastle have sprung the Arsenal press, and Anthony Gordon can now stretch his legs. And he's in a one-on-one with Ben White. And Lewis Miley supports Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon almost latches onto the ball from Bruno Guimaraes, but now Arsenal sprint forward. Kai Havertz, excellent challenge from Kieran Trippier, very robust, but gets the ball and the referee allows him to play on. Bruno Guimaraes in the right sort of place towards the edge of the area for Newcastle. Isak lays it off to Almiron. Kieran Trippier crosses the ball, but it is over it to be retrieved by Anthony Gordon, who can get there. Anthony Gordon miscontrols it and confuses himself with his own feet. And it's a bit of a waste from Newcastle, but better. Newcastle are definitely more lively and sustaining more attacks, and they do look like they have a goal in them. But Anthony Gordon's one of my favourite players in the league this year, but he did make a bit of a pig's ear of that. Kieran Trippier. Sven Botman back to Trippier. Trippier opens up his legs. Almiron return the favour for Trippier. Then no, he won't, but one step gets it to Trippier. Bruno Guimaraes. Arsenal just look like they're quite comfortable trying to soak up what Newcastle have to throw them while they tire themselves out, but obviously it is a bit of a dangerous strategy. Alexander Isak. Newcastle retaining the ball well, but not really going anywhere while they're at it at the moment. And as I say that, they end up back at the feet of the keeper. Aimless one ball really, and Arsenal are able to come forward. Declan Rice slowing it down, gives it to Jorginho. Back to Declan Rice. Martinelli chooses a safe option, which is back inside to Kirill. Ben White probably won't do anything out of the ordinary, but he sends it forward to Saka. And there's a muscular duel in which Bukayo Saka stands absolutely no chance. And it's muscled behind by Sven Botman to safety, and Newcastle can take a goal kick. Now it's back at the feet of David Raya. Tino Livramento anticipates that well and gets there ahead of Saka. I think it's what have Newcastle got on the bench that they can do to alter the floor this. I suspect the answer is not much without Callum Wilson. Harvey Barnes, maybe. That's about it, I would suggest. Saka. Oh, Saka, that's... See, people say that Saka's world class, but when he makes poor decisions and blooms out a pass like that, that's where you've got to wonder. I know he's only young, but I would say that he's just on a run beneath world class at the moment until he can provide the consistency in all avenues of his game. Gabriel for Arsenal. Kiro. Name Martinelli back to Kiro. Arsenal playing a nice, controlled, measured ways, not looking to force it. And as soon as they do force it, Newcastle get there, but Gabriel stretches the legs and prevents the counter-attack. Lewis Miley plays an errant pass, and Arsenal are able to come now and but for deflection and some excellent tenacity from Tino Livramento, there would have been away. Head tennis in the centre of the midfield, it's going to be scrappy. Long balls and head tennis and missed clearances. And it just feels like there might be a mistake coming soon. A mistake that could potentially lead to a goal. And just as I say that, Kai Havertz was almost able to pounce on a baggy touch. Oh, that is an excellent pass which is brought down by Isaac. Isaac does the hard work. He gets away from Ben White. He cuts into the area after a lovely piece of control. Bruno Guimaraes plays an absolute whirlwind ball. Ben White is sent to the shop. Isaac cuts in with purpose, strikes it high, and can't get the control or the ability to get the ball down. And it's good play. The best thing Newcastle have created, but just a bit wasteful and snatched, and a bit of an air of a man who might have had a goal for a few weeks, which he hasn't because of injuries. And Newcastle have played themselves into problems, giving the ball away, but the ball's up in the air and it's not really going anywhere. Lewis Miley gets Newcastle out of trouble. Strange passage of play. Double substitution. Jacob Murphy and Harvey Barnes are coming on, and Leandro Trossard is coming on for Arsenal. Martinelli off for Arsenal. He's not really done a lot in the game apart from his really, really valuable assist. I would imagine that means Trossard is going on the wing and Havertz staying in the false nine. Almiron off, Jacob Murphy on, and Isaac coming off, which suggests that he's not fully right after his injury. Harvey Barnes on, so Anthony Gordon going up front for Newcastle, I would suspect. Bruno Guimaraes and Lewis Miley, the only two for Newcastle have really shown any composure. And as I say about composure, Arsenal have surrendered the possession. Suddenly Saka weaves and kicks, and it's 3-0. 3-0. Bukayo Saka with a goal for Arsenal, and Saka does sort of what he's good at with his trademark placing the ball into the corners. Unlike Rashford, what Saka's good at is never trying to hit the ball too hard. All about the placement. He's not the most flamboyant, but you can't argue with a man who scored 52 goals in 210 games or something bonkers, whatever it is. Kai Havertz, I think Saka timed his run well, and that was just great to know when to come back inside, to give himself the space, to chop back. He could have easily have run down a blind alley then, but he just preyed on the inexperience of Livramento, and it's 3-0. And that's like his 5th goal in the last 3 league games. Not bad. What do I know? Maybe he's world class. I just feel like he had several more years to go yet. I think that's the thing. Three 0 and obviously game over. And it's obviously more to the point of Newcastle not taking a fearful, embarrassing 5 or 6 0 drubbing there. That is just the aim of the next 24 minutes for them. And Arsenal will want to score another 5 or another 6 goals to continue this absolutely blistering streak that they've been on in front of goal domestically. They've got so many players that can chip in with the goals as well. That is the frightening thing. It is getting to a point where City are perhaps somewhat dependent on Haaland or Foden in a way. And Liverpool have so many forwards, but Arsenal seem to have the ability to spread the goals around the team entirely, which always great success. That's not even a shot you see from Saka, it's just a gentle crest and a pass. Superb. I wonder whether Arteta will bring on like Eddie Nketiah or Reece Nelson and Elneny. Arsenal are in again with Trossard and absolutely acres of space. Heavy touch. It's a shame. He maybe could have done better with that because honestly, he was left absolutely unattended and had the freedom on the left-hand side of the Emirates pitch. A bit of a waste, but it's a corner to Arsenal and it will be taken by Declan Rice, who will be eyeing up yet more assists, seeing as he's now a creative midfielder. And it comes from Declan Rice, and Newcastle gets to it, but Jacob Murphy can't do anything other than send it back where it came from, and Declan Rice will get another goal. A lot of hand signals going on. Declan Rice. He's done it again. He's done it again, and Carriel, who can be a bit of a laughing stock and an unfancy player for Arsenal, has shown that it's a team game. The third choice right back has got his head to the ball, and non-existent Michael from Newcastle, and Declan Rice is getting to compete with David Beckham from his quality of delivery from set pieces. I don't know. I feel like no, it's an absolute mess from Carrius in the Newcastle goal. He gets there, he saves it, but his wrists aren't strong enough to do any pop it on wrists, palms it into the net. Kind of a well, no, it will be Carriel's goal because it's a shot on target, but it's poor goalkeeping. He should have been able to get the ball out, but he just palmed it in. Considering that there wasn't very much momentum on the header, that is rather rubbish. 4-0 for Newcastle to contend with. And the problem is, yet again, there's still another, probably nearly 25 minutes of football to be played. So I'm not quite sure that Arsenal are done. Newcastle forging an attack here, but all they can do is spare the bushes. Lewis Smiley, Bruno Guimaraes. Excellent pass to Kieran Trippier, who sneaks in ahead of Carriel, but the 5'7" man gets his head on it. And anyway, there's no onrushing Newcastle attacker in support, so it all comes to nothing. Sean Longstaff in a position to get across him, but he won't have the legs to get past Kirill. He doesn't. Referee feels a bit sorry for him, I think, and gives him a free kick. But Arsenal have now scored 14 goals in the last 3.5 league games. And then before that, they beat Crystal Palace 5-0, did they? Arsenal scored something bonkers like 19 goals in the last 4 league games, even if they stop now. And I swear they've got Sheffield United away next. Fucking couldn't need a cricket scoreboard to keep a check on that one. For talking, I've just missed a substitution for Newcastle. Let me just pull back in. I think Eddie Howe is feeling a rout and has chosen Dan Brown, Willock and Lascelles have come on for Botman, Guimaraes, and who was the other one? There's one that I've unfortunately missed there. Free kick to Arsenal for an eye boot. Oh no, what's happened is David Ray's taking a quick clearance that's hit Baltini on the back. So he has to stop the play and give the ball back to Arsenal. Very much damage limitation moves for Newcastle, but the thing is, they do look so ragged and so open. And Arsenal are just going to want to keep improving the goal difference and not give, because City are always scraping past teams 1-0. So any advantage that Arsenal can gain with goal difference will be gratefully received. Saying that, though, the game is sewn up, so now we're going to see a Martin Odegaard have a rest. Emil Smith-Rowe, he's working his way back from injury and not getting many chances, so he's going to get 20 minutes here to see if he can work his way back into Arteta's permanent thinking. And then I would imagine it's Kai Havertz coming on for Eddie Nketiah. And Saka's going to get a rest. And the 24-year-old kid, in inverted commas, Reece Nelson, is going to come on and have another cameo instead of Bukayo Saka. Please like and share and subscribe to the channel if you, for some reason, enjoying my dulcet Lancashire tones. One ball, Eddie Nketiah wins it. Emil Smith-Rowe. That's neat. Lovely feet from Smith-Rowe, but just loses out to Miley. Jacob Murphy. Newcastle are going nowhere and they just want to get on the coach. It's obvious. Nice ball though. And Isaac can stretch his legs and come forward. Harvey Barnes. Oh, lovely ball. But just none of the Newcastle attackers or midfielders were quite prepared to bust their gut to get into the right place in the area. But nice to see Harvey Barnes back looking sharp. Horrible injury, and it's a shame because he started off at Newcastle really pulling up trees at the beginning of the season, if I remember. I'd love Emil Smith-Rowe to score a goal because of his painful injury and the way that injuries have derailed his career because of how much promise that he had when he came through. Here he is. Poor touch though, just as I've been gassing him up. And Isaac can come forward for a second for Newcastle. Don't go anywhere. Dan Burn on the wing. What a comical footballer Dan Burn is. But props to him. He don't look like a footballer, but he's made it work for himself. Arsenal are in a corner here, maybe getting a bit complacent. Eddie Nketiah tries to back in and maybe win a free kick, but just looks a bit silly. Too weak and not of the required quality for Arsenal, but maybe he can find himself a career at Crystal Palace or Fulham in the future. Sean Longstaff down the other line, but going nowhere, hoping for a corner or a foul. But Trossard and Nketiah sweep up. Any danger? Declan Rice is the furthest Arsenal player up the pitch. I think Arsenal have just said, right, job done, game over. We'll let you have the ball, and when you give it away, we'll spring on you. But really, you can't see Newcastle having the quality or even the will to push to make a difference to the goal scoring column here. Referee says it's a free kick to Arsenal somehow. Honestly, I didn't really see how that came about, but the game is dwindling to a bit of a dry conclusion. Arsenal just taking their time, and David Ray is gonna play a long range pass up front, which will be challenged for by the Nketiah and Trossard. And then what Errol Smith Rowe takes a shot on Lewis Miley's positioning is the only thing that gets in the way of what would have been an excellent shot, and I think that was very much call bound, to be honest with you, so that's a shame. But nice to see Smith Rowe having the confidence to take something like that on. Feeling sure it was a first time shot too. Forward by David Ray, but straight to a Newcastle man. Newcastle lose it, but the referee takes pity on him and says free kick to Newcastle. Murphy for Newcastle going nowhere in particular. Kieran Trippier has not been able to influence the game anywhere near enough in a offensive capacity. Harvey Barnes looks alive and maybe can start to do something from the start. Lewis Miley looks a bit tired and trips over his own feet and nearly gets ambushed by Smith Rowe, but just about manages to smuggle it back to Fabian Schär. Newcastle just want the game to end, and it's a lot of boring sideways, safe-ish passing. And then Nketiah almost makes a fool out of Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier had no options on the ball, and now he finds himself taking a throw-in very deep in his own territory. Shit touch from Trippier. Reece Nelson controls the ball but can't take it anywhere. Declan Rice puts his foot on it, does a lovely jink, and Nero's it back to David Ray. Even now, even up 4-1 down, it's 4-0 up, sorry. Arsenal look the hungrier, and I would be betting on it becoming 5-0 to Arsenal more so than 5-1, 4-1. Trossard made it look like Kieran Trippier was not there, and he looks alive, and here he is. He's on the ball entering the penalty area, but skirts around it, goes backwards. Nice play from Arsenal. A bit daft from Reece Nelson, who stands on the ball and gets it taken off him. One of those players who would be amazing at cage football or FIFA Street football, but I don't think he'll ever do what he needs to do for Premier League standards. Dunburn. And Newcastle do have a consolation goal. Crossing from Dunburn, and Joe Willock doesn't celebrate because it's Joe Willock who's scored a looping header over David Raya. It started with Harvey Barnes. Anthony Gordon was played in by him, but to the side of the goal. Poor relay from Gabriel if it was a closer contest to the game and earlier in the game. You'd be going bananas at him for not preventing that cross. And Joe Willett scores an header that he'll always remember at his old club. And he don't celebrate because obviously Arsenal are the ones who gave him his career. So he's humble and he shouldn't be getting excited at 4-1 down anyway. But apart from his memories, it'll be academic for the result of the game. But Arsenal will be cheesed off to say the least to lose a clean sheet. And Newcastle come again. Joe Willock again. Harvey Barnes and Big Dan Burns steamrolls forward. And he can't quite take the ball and risk spelling it out of play for a goal kick to Arsenal, and Jorginho either has cramp or he's just wasting time. And there's some absolute maniac of a Geordie with his shirt off in the crowd, a snail trail down his stomach. And the lad of I prefer me in the morning, but he don't care. Four minutes to go, and probably about 3 minutes of injury time. Owing to the goals and the substitutions that we've had. Clearance from Raya. Saliba gets the ball first, but it's gone right to Dan Burn. Newcastle have actually started playing alright now, but it's far too late in the context of the game. If they would have come to life half an hour ago, we could have had more of an actual contest in our hands. Carry off his line to stop the advances of Eddie and Nketiah, who's, if nothing else, a willing runner. He's hunger and he's, the way that he's a trier is the best thing you can say about him in general. Anyway, it's thrown to Arsenal. Jorginho's coming off. And I would imagine, if I know Arteta, it might be Mohamed El-Neni coming on. Yeah. So you'd think of an Arsenal fan, wouldn't you? It is El-Neni. A nice bloke. Really loved Arsenal to have around. He's been there for years and survived somehow the full overhaul of the squad. My pleasure, Richard Sowers. Are you an Arsenal fan? There are better people to listen to if you want Arsenal watch-alongs than me. I'm just a random Burnley fan who's learning to commentate. But like I say, thank you for choosing me. And I'm going to do this more and more and more. Some reason there's like a rugby scrum going on the pitch. Two people are down injured and I didn't see what happened because I was looking at the screen. But yeah, it's come up on TNT. TNT Sports that Jorginho is the man of the match, and I think he's the one who's done the simple things well and kept the ball moving in midfield for Arsenal and given, the other people license to bomb on, Odegaard and Rice have stretched their legs more, but everything that Arsenal have done has really started with Jorginho, so I think for once I actually agree with what the TV say about the man of the match. Goal kick to Newcastle, it's not gonna Arsenal come away with it, but everybody just wants the final whistle. Gabriel does a Peter Kay style have it clearance, have it, and it's out to play for the front to Newcastle. I think we've kind of had the last of the entertainment, to be fair with you. But for a second, Jacob Murphy thinks otherwise before he has a baggy touch that the ball goes faster than his feet can carry him, and it's how to play for a throw into Arsenal deep inside their own half. And yeah, unfortunately, in a way, we've got 5 minutes more of describing, not much. I am going to do a watch along for anybody who cares to listen for the Carabao Cup final with Liverpool and Chelsea tomorrow. And you'll see me a bit more passionately engaged because I want Liverpool to win, basically. Liverpool are my second team, if I had to choose one. If us football fans are allowed the guilty pleasure of the second team, then Burnley first, then Liverpool second. Oh, a bit of an edgy clearance from Carriel. Almost a chance for Arsenal then to really put the goss on it. I'm pleased for Arsenal though, because I didn't want the way they lost in Porto to derail how fantastic they've been for the last few weeks. Oh, Reece Nelson has it for Arsenal. He has a chance to cross. Smith Rowe, almost a goal, but fantastic anticipation from the big lump damper denies Smith Rowe the chance of a goal that I would have loved him to have got. But the big fella clears it off the line at the last very second. Almost cruel not to let it roll in for Smith Rowe after everything that the lad's gone through. What would it have done for his confidence? Anyway, Declan Rice. Reece Nelson bends his foot around it and Carriel dives to his left, throws his cap on it, if you will, because there's not much power on it, but nice skill from Reece Nelson to do that, but never gonna go in from there. But I'm just disappointed that Smith Rowe couldn't just about that to get his development back underway, because I was thinking he was going to be a mainstay in the England squad and all kinds. But maybe not to be, or maybe not until he moves away from the Emirates. And then Nketiah can stretch his legs. He's taken out by Fabian Schär, I think, but the referee says play on. And it's been a very comfortable night for Arsenal in terms of what you'd expect when you're playing a top half team. Smith Rowe going to the corner flag, I think, whereas Miley looks like he might be about to kick him. Smith Rowe brushes him off and enters the area. plays it to Trossard and it's just about intercepted. Nenny for Arsenal, Reece Nelson, Ben White, Emil Smith-Rowe needed to be about 6'2" to direct that one properly, not to be team-header, but a lovely, insightful cameo from Smith-Rowe of what he can do, and he's gradually getting back to his old sharpness with his lovely low centre of gravity. But because Arsenal are competing at the serious end of things, he's probably going to be limited for chances and probably has to move somewhere else in the summer. And we're just waiting for the dying seconds of the game. The ball's not really going anywhere. And the referee mercifully puts Newcastle out of the misery. And it's finished Arsenal 4, Newcastle 1. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'm absolutely buzzing to see new faces in here. People that I don't have a clue who they are. But thank you for engaging with me, and I look forward to getting to know you more and more. And I hope that some of you might choose me as your regular watch-along host, and we can enjoy so many more beautiful games of football together. And please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again for the watch-along at the Carabao Cup final tomorrow afternoon. Good night, God bless everyone, and at least this game's cheered me up after Burnley was so terrible today. Bye now, up the Clarets, and well done to the Arsenal fans in here. Enjoy your win. Speak to you all soon. Bye for now.